My initial thought after the diagnosis about life with type 1 diabetes was I didn't know what to expect, because I didn't know anybody with diabetes, and I didn't know if I could play sports again, if I could eat sugar. I had very old-fashioned ideas about having diabetes. I didn't even know the difference between type 1 and type 2. So I learned quickly, at the first day of the diagnosis, I met Steve Redgrave on television. He showed to me what was possible if you have type 1 diabetes. Winning 5 medals is you're a legend. If you do the last one with diabetes, that means very much to all the people with diabetes type 1, because what all the doctors can say that you can do everything. If somebody really shows what you can do with type 1, that really gives you a lot of strength to continue living as you did, and that was what I was doing. For the first 4 years I used an insulin pen because I was still playing volleyball. I thought playing with a pump was quite difficult. It didn't turn out to be like that, because after 4 years I switched to the pump. I heard a lot of great stories about how to use pump therapy having diabetes type 1, and after using the pump I started playing some volleyball, and I found out that it's really good possible to play with a pump. You have just to disconnect and measure your blood sugars, and if you have like a high blood sugar, you can just reconnect and give a little bolus to lower your insulin, to lower your blood glucose levels. So it's really comfortable right now. Sometimes I have the possibility to use a sensor with the Medtronic. It works really well, and I wish I could use it more often. The biggest challenge in my life, I think that would be performing well during my active sports career. We were aiming for the Olympic gold medal from '93 till '96. We worked 4 years hard to see if it was possible to win the gold medal. That was one of my biggest challenges in life. If you ask me specifically about big challenges during my life with type 1 diabetes, I have to say my climb with 17 other people to the Mount Kilimanjaro, nearly 6,000 meters, and we were very, very happy that we succeeded all of the 18 people who started the climb. So that was a really big challenge, and I'm really happy everybody made the top. Having the possibility to compare having a sports career with and without diabetes, I don't see that many difficulties or different strategies I have to follow. Of course, if you have type 1 diabetes, you have to get good glucose monitoring strategies. But once you're good, I don't feel any difference between the endurance or the explosivity or the power you have. For me, that's the same. If your blood glucose levels are perfect, then the body doesn't know if that is coming because you have still a working pancreas or you do it manually. Well, the positive thing of having diabetes is that I switched careers. I am now working in the diabetes work field. I have an own foundation, and with 3 of my colleagues we organize sports activities for people with diabetes, especially children with diabetes, to enhance the quality of life for people with diabetes through exercise and sports. And it really gives a lot of energy. It's really something I wanted to do. It is about sports and diabetes, 2 different subjects which are very close to me, and I'm really I really feel privileged that I can work in this context. Well, if I may have any tips for you, it is impossible to change the world. You can change the view on the world, and that's what it took little for me. I'm kind of positive. I don't see any problems. For me, everything is a challenge instead of a problem. But if you expect the world to change, it's difficult. Try to change yourself and see what is possible if you have type 1 diabetes and want to achieve some goals for yourself. Instead of have to take care about 2 or 3 things, if you don't have diabetes, you have to take care of 3 or 4 things. So you have to add up diabetes, and if you look at it that way in the rest of your life, you can still do everything you want to do, and you have to just take care of diabetes. And sometimes that is more difficult, sometimes it's less difficult, but if you try, you get some experience which will work for you. So what is next for me? Next for me is I'm going to have like a 6-day trek in Iceland together with 12 other people with diabetes. We're going to trek 6 days. It's about 50-60 miles, and we're going to bring everything we need in those 6 days with us. So in our backpacks we have like the tents, sleeping gear, food, cooking gear, all the clothes, all your diabetes equipment you need. You have to take it on your back and walk through the middle of Iceland, through mountains and water, put out the tents yourself, make food for yourself, and our main theme is self-management. So this is what we think you need to do also in life, about getting control of your life. You don't have, you cannot make anybody else responsible for your life. You're the main person responsible for your own life, and you have to take care and manage it yourself. And that's what we're going to learn in Iceland and communicate. So we are going to have 12 ambassadors who are going to tell the same story, how they are going to prepare for 6 months for this trip, and how they are going to fulfill this dream of reaching the other part of Iceland in 6 days. So that's what's on for me. Gavin, I watched your video. I think it's really impressive what you did with your running challenge. I'd like to meet you in Melbourne next week. So let's have a coffee together, maybe run some miles together, and see if we can change the world of diabetes with our energy. Thank you very much.